Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot. This is your October 2022 reading. Let's see what this month has in store for Scorpio. That's your first week card. These timelines are very general, so just um, make a note of how the energy is flowing more than the cards at these specific dates. So these are approximately 4 weeks of October, and we start the month by clearing and shielding your energy, Scorpio. So you really need to be very, very careful about what you are entertaining in terms of thoughts, what you are doing, how you are thinking, what you are speaking, the kind of people you are connecting with, or the kind of activities you're engaging with. Those of you who are doing energy healing work, even you need to be very careful that you always keep your energy field clear. You keep your aura clear. Don't entertain anything which is negative, dragging, pessimistic, and puts you off. Oh, I've got a reverse two of cups and a five of cups as well as a wheel of fortune. So I think very clearly these cards are saying that don't get into that slightly depressive phase about a particular relationship, right? So maybe that relationship hasn't been working out very well in the past. There have been some rifts, there have been some misunderstanding, lack of communication, you're not connecting very well. Maybe there's been a long gap between you and a very significant another person, and I think that's what is making you upset. It's pulling you down, it's dragging you down, but I think it's all set to move in the move forward for the better. So that is why you're being urged with this particular card, that stay optimistic. Don't give in to the negativity, don't give in to the pessimism, don't give in to it's all over and nothing good is coming out of it, nothing like that. This wheel of fortune is reaffirming, rather it is affirming that things are going to change for the better. So that is why you need to keep your spirits high, keep your energy high. If you are not able to construct something positive for the future, at least don't create anything negative. Stay neutral if at all. You cannot move forward, or you cannot think of anything nice with respect to the relationship. At least don't fall back into a negative pattern. And that is the reason why you need to keep your energy clear, you keep your energy high, keep it at least neutral. If finding it difficult, to keep it optimistic and nice, but just don't entertain anything which is negative, anything which is pessimistic, and anything which is just pulls you down. Drink more water. So good idea to keep yourself hydrated during this time, because it does tend to flush out all these toxins which you might be accumulating by feeling a little unhappy and miserable. You really need to make sure that you release them from your body as well as from your aura as quickly as possible. So when you do some energy healing work, you will be able to clear it from your aura. And from the physical level, drink a lot of water. Saying your prayers regularly, if you chant, that also is going to help you at least keep your aura clear, so that this kind of negative negative emotions don't get stuck to your aura. At the physical level, it would be, you would feel as if it's a little bit of an effort to meditate and to kind of stay in seclusion. So even if you feel like doing that, by all means do it, but do drink a lot of water. At the physical level also, maybe you don't feel like interacting with too many people, you're quite busy and quite happy doing your own thing, leading a bit of a secluded life, Scorpio. So that's perfectly fine, but do make it a point to keep yourself very hydrated. Choose peace. I think it just goes back to this also, that keep your spirits high, keep your thoughts positive, stay if not that, at least neutral. Stay in a peaceful frame, because whatever you have wished for, things are definitely happening. You will get a glimpse of how things are manifesting. With the Queen of Wands, you really need to keep yourself motivated towards being peaceful, with respect to this relationship. Don't, even in your mind, don't create unnecessary drama. The Queen of Wands can do that. She can be very assertive, she can be, very headstrong, she can be very adamant on having things her way. And since it's fiery energy, you could be getting into that bit of a conflict of asserting yourself in this relationship. So that is why you've got this card of choosing peace. Don't entertain any mental internal conflict with yourself in terms of being having things your way, right? With the Star card and the High Priestess, I do feel a little bit of information will be revealed to you, Scorpio, about the third week of October. And which is going to probably put you in that space that I'm not going to back off, I'm not going to back down, I don't, putting you in a little bit of that aggressive space, to tell the other person in this relationship what they did wrong, and etc, etc. So the cards are telling you, don't get into that trap, don't fall back into that pattern of trying to prove yourself to be right, correct, and things like that. Maybe you are in the right, but it's not a good idea to present it like that. Okay, so choose peace. In this entire situation, don't take on the path of who's right and who's wrong. We always need two hands to clap, right? So yes, some one person can be taking 70% of it, the other person taking 30% of it, but still the 30% is there. So be a little generous in your own thought process, and you will see the peace coming in, and opening up to the resolution, because I do feel some kind of movement is going to happen whereby you can heal this relationship. So the cards are just preparing you in advance that choose peace. It's not one person's fault, and not one person who's completely responsible for this. A lot of factors, right? So just have a little peaceful approach in your mindset only, so that you have the same when when the time comes to meet this person. At the end of the month, we have this fertility card. So then there will be a road which you will need to choose, Scorpio, with respect to this. Okay, and there could be some kind of communication, and it is going to be a very creative time. So be very careful how you would like to communicate and speak with this person or with yourself, right? We have we have these five of swords over here, which is talking of again that situation where you can easily paint yourself in one color and the other person in another color. You can tell yourself, or you can put it out in such a way that you were in the wronged the party, the grieved party, and it was like I said, the 70% is the other person's fault. But really that is not what the cards are guiding you towards. They're telling you like what I just explained earlier, choose peace, avoid the conflict, choose a road. You will be getting that opportunity to choose a path for yourself as well as the relationship. So a good idea would be not to do this. A better idea would be to choose peace, at least resolve this relationship, and release all the toxic and the negative aspects of this particular relationship. Whether you take it forward or not is really not the question right now, but here the whole approach is towards releasing the negative aspects of it, right? And I primarily get this message of who's right, who's wrong, whose fault was it, who's largely to blame, and those kind of things. And I do feel, Scorpio, you probably might be having the smaller share in this entire thing, but that is why you are being asked that you are the one who on whom a lot of things rest. So if you choose peace, you choose reconciliation, you choose to handle this thing in a beautiful manner, a lot of it is going to reflect on you. A lot of it is going to impact you more than the other person. I just get that it's going to be very, very important for your journey to see that you are choosing peace in this particular relationship. Somehow it depends a lot on you. So I've got these cards of appreciation. All right, so you need to see why you A, attracted this relationship in the first place, B, what you have learned from this, and why it came into your life. There's a lot to be grateful for. Probably you've learned some very hard lessons, but now is the time for you to kind of show that you have learned them, and you've learned them well, because it will be time to execute all what you have learned. You have got initiation with the Chariot card over here. A lot depends on how you start this entire process. Like I was just mentioning, that a lot seems to depend on the way you are going to handle this entire thing. So it's and we've got all these red color cards which are to do with your root chakra. So I feel a lot depends, your whole, it's like this is the final stage of all what you went through. Have you really learned your lessons, or you going to slip back into those patterns of the negative ones, where you're back to square one? It is going to show your resolve, what you have learned, whether it's been worth all of it, that you finally realize that it's important to choose peace, to resolve everything, and to let petty things be, take the highest ground over things, because you genuinely feel that that is the way life is supposed to be, and that is what relationships are about. Okay, self love. So here it all depends on what you are also choosing for yourself. So whatever path you are going to choose, like I said, it reflects on you. So do you really love yourself enough to choose peace for yourself, or you feel that no, it doesn't matter what happens to me, but I'm still going to continue pointing out what was wrong with the other person? That means you don't really love yourself, because you are again putting yourself into that same grind and into the same pattern of good, bad, you are this, you are that, I am this, I am that. So we really haven't learned much. Okay, so if you are going to take a step back and just see yourself vis-a-vis this situation, and what you have learned, and what it has taken you through, and at the end what are you finally going to do, it's really going to culminate in all of that. So that is why you're being asked that don't go back into that old pattern, otherwise there will be some time where you might need to learn it all over again. So value what you have learned. It might be a little difficult to implement all of that, but in the longer run, that is going to be a better choice for you, Scorpio. Rest is up to you, but this is what the guidance of the cards was. So with that, I'll wrap up your reading. Thanks for watching.